Warren, could I just get your assessment of that?
Yeah, I think the scoreline at the end probably didn't reflect, where we felt, or the effort that we'd put in. 17-7 and attacking the 22 and didn't come away with anything. If we'd come away, maybe things might have been a little bit closer, but we just didn't get any foothold in the game in the first half and felt thought there was a couple of tough calls against us in that first half. So it was difficult to get sort of some momentum in that first half. And to be honest, they probably, in terms of between the two 22s, they're just where they are as a team at the moment, probably winning more collisions and getting a bit of go forward. I can't question the effort of the players and just how hard they worked.
Yeah, because it was a bit of a stranger in the first half. At times, defended very well. Then you look at the scoreboard and 17-0 down. Is it a difficult one to sort of assess from your perspective?
Yeah, I think that we've said all along that it's about the development of this team and learning, and we've played against one of the best teams in the world, and with the experience they've got, I think 8 or 9 of their players, and it's 23 today, are over 30. They've been around for a while, and so it's just making sure that we keep working as hard as we've been doing and keep getting better, and look forward to the next game.
Do you feel like you were able to impose your sort of attacking game on them as much as you feel like?
Yeah, probably not as much. We probably weren't as clinical as we wanted to be. There was a few turnovers and a few errors there, so it didn't really give us that opportunity to be able to shift the ball into play. But like I said, they're a good side, both on attack and defence, and we didn't create a huge amount of space.
What do you do with this performance now? Do you pull it apart, or do you sort of just park it quickly?
No, I think it's all about the learnings from this. For us, it's all about talking individually to players about how they found it out there. What did they learn from that? How are they going to be better next time as an individual? And so that's the important part for us, to make sure that we just keep working hard and keep getting better.
What do you think some of these younger players are learning about the game at this level?
Just about the pace and the intensity, the physicality, the accuracy of decision making, and those sorts of things. Those are the big learnings for a number of players out there.
Just lastly, Dad, from a player's perspective, can you take much out of this game?
Yeah, I think you can take a huge amount. Obviously, that's where we want to be as a team. Personally, I've seen where I want to get to as a player, and I'm sure the rest of the team has as well. Yeah, we're gonna push and work hard every day to make sure we get to that level until we do.
Gary?
Looking forward to France, what can you take from that performance, and what do you think in a couple of weeks' time France will close?
I think we take a huge amount. We showed some great heart and character today. Like I said, I thought the scoreline's probably not right, but it does reflect the difference between the two sides at the moment, where we are and where they are in terms of that experience. And so like as Dav just said, we'll just keep working as hard as we can. And like I said, I was disappointed that first half and felt it was difficult to get the sort of momentum. I think it was only 13 minutes ball and play time, and we talk about the laws of the game and trying to be positive and make it more attractive for the fans. I'm not sure that the players of both teams were responsible for the amount of stoppages in that first half.
Have you found a real player in Cameron Winnett?
Yeah, he's going to be good, isn't he? So he's calm. I think we're really pleased with him, and he's only going to get better.
Alex?
Warren, it was 9 penalties first half, and I think you ended up with 12 at the end. What was sort of the difference? Was that the players responding, or how can you make a difference?
Well, we spoke at half time. If you go through the penalties and you'll think we question whether some of them were some pretty tough calls we felt in the first half, and we've worked hard in terms of trying to be accurate and not be ill-disciplined, giving away soft, easy ins or easy outs for the opposition. So when I've looked at a number of those, we've been there's a couple of offsides, we're just there, and then a couple of other penalties for sealing off, and I thought, those are pretty tough calls. I mean, you could get anyone on both teams probably 30 or 40 occasions for exactly the same thing. So, but we just got to take that on the chin, and even for that, for the first half, I thought we came out and we'd stayed in the game, and I thought we showed some real character and fight, and probably up to that 70-minute point.
And Gatland, in the first half, it was all going against you. What were some of the messages from the referee? Because clearly that was giving them momentum. So.
Yeah, obviously you have to respect his decisions because he's only calling what he's seeing. Yeah, in terms of messages to the players, who's just trying to stay as clean as possible, getting out of the way of the breakdown, giving our Jacklers a chance to get over the ball. Yeah, it was frustrating because we were killing ourselves a bit there.
Okay. Yep, at the back.
Warren, you know what it takes to win Grand Slams. Do you believe this Ireland team can go where no team has gone before and win back-to-back Grand Slams?
Yeah, I think they're definitely capable of doing it. They've got the experience and the composure and players who can carry and get them on the front foot. So yeah, I think they'll be a hard team to knock over.
Okay, in the corner.
Warren, I think just cursory look at what attacking numbers so far, you've probably limited Ireland as well as any team attacking wise in this competition yet. Is there anything specifically that worked for you guys that you identified beforehand?
Yeah, we spoke at half time, and I just said at half time that basically they didn't trouble us in phase play. Really didn't for that whole first half, and we conceded off them allowing them to get in their 22 ones. Obviously a driven line out where the backs have entered, and the scrum was under a little bit of pressure early on as well, and so it was that was something we worked really hard on all week in terms of identifying when they were sweeping with players coming around, just loosening off a little bit defensively, and I thought on the whole we did a really good job of that.
Is that the main reason why they didn't trouble you think in phase play, or was that was the main thing you identified, or was there anything else as well?
No, that was probably the stuff. That was the biggest thing, that they've been clinical in terms of the way that they've caught teams when they sweep around, when shorten teams up, probably defensively get too narrow, and we'd worked pretty hard on loosening off defensively and making sure that we followed the numbers, splitting our midfield and as well, so that we numbered up, and I thought we did a really good job on that.
David?
Warren, even though the scoreline, as harsh as it was, doesn't reflect this, do you feel that this was progress for the team in terms of where you're trying to go?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that it's the players who would have got the most out of today, and I look back on my own career and as a player and playing for Waikato against Auckland after the 87 World Cup, and they probably had a number of All Blacks and they put 40 points on us, and we were starting to become a good team, and for me I was coming off that experience going, I want to play them next week, because that's how much I learned as a player, and that's what I hope these guys are getting the same sort of experience from that. And a couple of years later we ended up being turning the tables on them, and I have no doubt that this part of this, where we're going, this team's going to be an excellent team going forward when we get some more experience.